Hello everyone, welcome to the PG Perspective. So, let's chat. Alright, so here's how things are going to be done around here. This might be a little close up in my face right now. I haven't really fixed this angle. I'm trying to actually sit at a table here. Yeah, it's nice, it's a good table. So the way we're going to do this is I have a topic. We're going to have a nice drink. I got some Sortilege maple whiskey. It's actually really good. We're going to pour a glass and we're going to talk. So what we're going to talk about this week is, are we living in a golden age of retro video games? I personally think we are, and we're gonna find out why. Oh man, fresh from Quebec. Ooh, this is really good. It's funny, I'm using the Crown Royal glass to drink other whiskey. It's not bad, it's pretty good. On the rocks, only got 3 ice cubes. We're gonna make ourselves a hefty drink here, because I don't know how long we're gonna go. I have other ice cubes as well, you know, but right now, we got some good whiskey here. So if you're drinking along with me, cheers. We're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be great. Cheers. Good. So I want to talk about this golden age of retro gaming that I'm saying. Now, I'm talking about it in terms of how many opportunities and ways we have to play retro games. Now, if you're an old school collector, you probably still have your NES, Genesis, Super Nintendo, N64. You probably have those still lying around. They're probably in really good condition, so you can just play that way. But what I really want to talk about is this clone console business. It started with the Super Retro Boy. I think that was announced a couple days ago by Retrobit, and that looks fantastic. And it kind of got the gears turning in perspective to the accessibility we now have to play all of our retro games in their cartridge form. You look at the Retron 5, the Super Retro Trio, the Retro Duo Portable, and all those basically allow you to play Super Nintendo, NES, Genesis, now some of them even in HD, which the Retron 5 does, and I really love that the Retron 5 does that. It's such a great feature to be able to play games like that on a new HD TV, uninterrupted, no lag, you even had scanline filters, the audio sounds kicking, it's really awesome, and I love that. But with the Super Retro Boy, now you can kind of take your classic GBA Game Boy Advance and play it on the go with a nice backlight. It's got the cool original Game Boy design. But PGP, what about a Game Boy Advance SP? That does all that. They're getting up there. If you can't really find a good deal on one, you're kind of just out of luck, personally. But the Super Retro Boy looks really, really damn cool. I like the design of the white one. There's a black one, and it's just got a really cool kind of sleek design. It looks really slick. If you haven't seen it, I might post a picture like right over here or something. I don't know. There's going to be a picture somewhere here that you can check it out because it looks really, really damn cool. Do your homework because it's a really cool device. You should be looking into picking it up. Retrobit makes fine products. Another thing I really want to talk about in terms of basically the accessibility we have to playing retro games is all these basically consoles that have like 80, 90 games in one. I'm talking about like the Genesis game console, like the built-in kind of one that has all the games. I'm looking at mine right now in the box over there. I'm actually looking at it. That's why it kind of came to my head first. But the NES Mini, if you got one, awesome. I don't. But basically consoles like that where there's like 30, 40, 50 different games on there. And you basically have access to some of the best titles in the console's library. With the NES Mini, you got all 3 Marios, Final Fantasy, Zelda, Mega Man 2, Balloon Fight. You got access to some of the games that you grew up with in your childhood that you played, you loved, goddamn, you stayed up till midnight, 3 a.m. just playing. And with the Genesis, you got the Sonics, mine is all the Mortal Kombats. Basically, iconic games you now have access to, and you can just plug it into your TV, have a grand old time. The only bummer with the Genesis one is it doesn't have HDMI. It's really upsetting. I don't really like that it doesn't have HDMI. I wonder, did this come out before or after the NES Mini? I think before? I don't really know. But you think it would actually have HDMI. That's a little upsetting, but I do like the fact that it can play your physical Genesis cartridges. I was playing Gunstar Heroes the other day on it, and it worked fine. You know, AV. Worked alright, looked fine. But I really also like that people are now taking initiatives with this too. Like, I just saw, I think it was Grimsy posted like a picture of how he has his NES Mini hack, and it's got like 60, 90, I don't know how many it's gotten on it, but it's got like, I saw all the Mega Mans were on there, the Ninja Turtles games were on there, and that's freaking cool that people are just, I guess, figuring out a way to get around it and put more games on systems like that. But mainly the fact that we have systems like that, the Flashback, where there's 100 or so, maybe 50 classic games built in on cartridges and consoles like that, that we have just such amazing, easy access to play those games. It's fantastic. Another thing that gets overlooked, I feel, from time to time is things like the eShop, the PlayStation Store, and basically console companies having access to their older library, and sure, you gotta pay a couple bucks, but that's not bad to get some of these games. Bully, I think, was $6 on the PSN store. I think it was $6 I got it on sale for. I think it's like $15.99 or $14.99 or something. But for $6, I'm able to play the full Bully game on my PS4. That's pretty snazzy. A lot of the virtual console games that were on the eShop for the Wii U, what were the 64 ones, like $10? Super Nintendo $7.99, NES $3.99, $4.99? $4.99 seems about right, actually. Basically, prices like that aren't actually that bad to pay for a full game. If you really think about it, I could basically have access to Earthbound. I'm not going to be able to shell $200 for a cart. If you are, man, well done. I wish I had your kind of cash. But if I can spend $7.99 to play Earthbound, I don't really care. I'm for it. If I can spend $4.99 and play Kid Icarus, I mean, that game is really hard, but why wouldn't I? If I can pay, say, $7.99, get Sonic the Hedgehog, why wouldn't I? It's not a bad price, dude. Those aren't bad prices. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that if you want access to a lot of retro games and you want to be able to play them, there is countless devices, services that are offered to you to play those games. Like I said, if you're a collector, Super Retro Trio, Retro Duo Portable, Retron 5, now the Super Retro Boy, bam. You can play those cartridge-based games, you know, with your original controllers. Feel like you're having a good time. You got a Wii U, or you have the Switch. I don't know what the Switch is going to do in terms of virtual console, but I'm excited. Fingers crossed for like a GameCube attachment. That would be sick. But if you got like the PSN, you want to play PS2 games. I know they're redoing Crash, and they're redoing Parappa the Rappa, which you can get that demo online, actually. I recommend you get it. It's pretty freaking snazzy. I loved that game, by the way, Parappa the Rappa. God, it's just so good. One of the like best rhythm-based games I probably ever played. It is nice. But games and services like that, you can just go get all these classic games like that. Nothing. Or, you know, if you have some extra coin, you want to spend like $40, $50, $60, you can get like the Genesis Classic Game Console, which plays your Genesis cartridges and has like 90 games built right into it. If you got like, oh, what's it, American, $60 for the NES Classic? Bam, get that. It's got 30 games. And if you're technically sound, hack it, modify it. Go play like 90 games or so on it. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling because this video is getting too long. And no, I didn't spill it, did I? No, I'm good. This video is getting too damn long. I've become basically long-winded about myself. But please, let me know your thoughts on the state of retro gaming. Are we in a golden age? Am I just being too optimistic? Am I being naive? Let me know in the comments down below because I'm really curious to hear your thoughts about this. I truly am, because it is quite an exciting time we live in terms of retro gaming. So please, let me know your thoughts, and always keep your glass full. Stay classy. Oh my god, I really drank a lot of this. I think I started here. Wow.